Earlier this year, I was adding the final touches to King's Walk, preparing it for release. This was a project that scope got much larger than I had planned for it to, so it's fair to say that I wanted to do a smaller project that might be a little quicker to build out. And here we are almost 3 months later with another project that became so much bigger, but so much more. Some of you may have noticed I like to connect my videos through the epilogues. This adds a challenge as I always need to know what I want to create next, but it has become a fun habit. Whilst the project is almost complete, I get to research and develop new ideas to rapidly prototype them out. And at that point, the only swimming pools and flumes I had created in the game had been for decoration. So I came up with the narrative link. King's Walk wanted to expand and create a water park, but space was limited. However, the Backrooms are infinite. The origin of the Backrooms links back to a 4chan green text discussing the concept of no clipping into them, which gradually gained traction with more unique floors being created, growing a community that furthered the mythos and lore. And with an interesting concept like this, it was only a matter of time. Games and media started to reference and emulate the aesthetic of Dreamcore started to become mainstream. Kane Pixels went viral with the Backrooms series, and I rediscovered it all once more through Smitty. Smitty is a content creator that I watch a lot of. He started playing backroom-themed horror games, including one called Pools. Seeing him explore this liminal space, the pieces started to connect. Swimming pools and the lighting engine. And with Zonin being the only other person on Frontier Workshop to have attempted this, I thought it was worth giving it a try. I rapid prototyped some walls using art shapes and grid fence pieces for the tile texture, and set up a concept that I shared with a few friends. And by this point, I was going deeper into the rabbit hole, finding lore videos, video essays, and a Minecraft video from Dr. Rat that will be important later. Whilst I initially considered a water coaster, I ended up focusing in on a high-intensity launch coaster, to do that for the first time as well. I will also admit, I'm always behind the curve and the buzz on new pieces, themes and coaster types. It helps sometimes. The saturation of extreme spinners, motorbike and raid coasters will reduce, and by that point, I'll probably be cooking something up. And whilst there was a thought of changing the vector model to the raid coaster late in the project, there's no rush to build one, and the vector was good enough. I've been asked by quite a few people now, what did you build first, the coaster or the pool rooms? And the answer is it was a call and response both ways. I'd build coaster elements that I wanted to house in rooms such as the Outer Bank Dive, and then I'd build rooms and walls to force the coaster to veer around them. The layout went through a number of versions, including at one point a fake out ending with a lift back to the station level. However, it turns out that having a holding section and the implication of a transfer track was all I needed to catch people off guard. And one of the main responses of the on-ride was disorientation. The walls being so plain and minimal, it was quite easy to lose which way was up and down. Thanks to comments like these, 2 new project ideas have popped up which we might see in the future. Cheers for that. So, what has taken so long? The layout was finished in early September and the video released not long after. I guess L37 is not just a coaster anymore, it's also a tech demo of what is possible. I have tried to be a vocal advocate for more interactive elements that guests and players can interact with. As well as this, I've had discussions this year with BK, Yohane, Taggy and many more about how the use of triggerable sequences could amplify the value of the first-person camera. And I think at very least, this is a good start. L37 Blood in the Water is potentially one of the first interactive horror maps made in Planet Coaster 2 with collectibles. Whilst there are quite heavy limitations on what we can do currently with traversal, conditional logic and the sequences, I'm very happy with how this might push the limits and expectations of what people think we can do with this game. And of course, I'm excited to see you all experiencing it. So happy Halloween. Take care.